they don't come off.
Welcome to the 25th Greater Cleveland Sports Awards.
Greater Cleveland Sports Awards. This year it is a little bit different. We are putting it on TV. Normally, they do this show. They put it on every year. They do a great job. But unless you're following it online, you don't really know what's going on. So tonight, we're putting it on TV. It's going to be on Channel 43, WUAB. It's also going to be on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. We're doing like a pre-show show and then like a post-show. So think of like a pre-game show and a post-game show for an awards show. Which I guess means you are currently watching a show about a show about a show. So it is me and Shannon Smith of our morning news team with Leah Doherty on the red carpet. So anytime you do a new show, you never really know what's gonna happen, but we got good folks working it, and it should be a fun night. Indeed, but before we can get started, I have to get through security. Hope I don't have any problems here. You need this bag? All right. I didn't set it off this time. I'm good?
Yes.
All right, great. Fortunately, they found no contraband, and I was on my way to the next thing. Find Leah Doherty. She told me she was near the team shop. They ask you, do you know where you're going? Well, an arena is a big circle, and it is so easy, especially for me, to get turned around. Wait a minute. Is team shop over there, or is it over there? Inevitably, you just guess. There's Leah. Doherty!
We gotta go down to the suite. I was just waiting for you.
Going down to our suite?
Yep, that's where we're set up.
Yeah, I had no idea where we were doing this show from, and it turns out it was in a suite we'd been in like a million times. So on a night of uncertainty, nice to be in a familiar place.
And you said there's at least 2 breaks in that. Hi,
Hello.
Good.
In the post-show?
Yep.
What about the pre-show?
So yeah, I felt late, but I was like,
Ooh.
oh, and then for the last.
Leah went right to the red carpet to get busy, so I was on my own for a few. All right, so we are settled in here. This is our studio. Got the tie on. And go for a walk. Yep, on the way to check out the red carpet and the silent auction, which is always cool. This auction always has great stuff, and it's not all Cleveland sports stuff. It's not even all sports stuff. You see Dan Marino jersey, Justin Jefferson, Pete Rose, but here's something from Top Gun. And I really, really want this autographed Hoosiers pick. Like, I probably need to step away from this item. I love that. Myles Garrett Brown's helmet. Get it while you can. I worked my way over to the red carpet where Leah is clearly working harder than I am.
I already got one interview with Bank.
You banked one?
Yeah.
Who you got?
Josiah Saunders from Avon. I'm so sorry. Yeah. We'll get it.
Anthony Lima sighting. You never know who you are going to see here. They let anyone in. Okay, so they told me to bring snacks because our studio would not have food in it, and we were nowhere near the media workroom where they did have chow. Naturally, I forgot all my snacks because I'm stupid. There are appetizers out there. Pretty sure those are only for the guests. They're not really supposed to be for me. But I was getting pretty hungry, and they looked pretty good, so decisions were made. I don't know if I was supposed to or not, but I was really hungry. I took some appetizers. I figure, what's the worst they can do? Hit me with felony possession of a pot sticker? Whew. Good thing I already cleared security. I gotta get downstairs. I gotta get back to the booth. I gotta go over a couple things. Thank you, ma'am. And it was good I went there because that's when I finally met up with my co-host for the night. Where's Shanny Shans?
First you before I saw you. Look at you, your fresh haircut and everything.
Yeah, well, you know, I try to clean up. So at this point, we're about an hour away from going on the air. And since we have never done this show before, this is not a turnkey operation. Sometimes when you're in broadcasting, people ask you if you ever get nervous, and the answer is usually no. But sometimes, I don't know if I'd say I'm nervous, but I have concerns. There's a lot of irregularities here. We've never done this pre- and post-show before. This show is a big deal to our station and to the whole awards ceremony. That is not lost on us. We all want to exceed expectations. I feel an enormous sense of responsibility here. Our producer, Dave, who we call D-Mac, came down to walk us through the show, and we did a dry run of the first segment. Welcome on in to the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, a big night in Northeast Ohio. It wasn't bad, but we ran into one of the things that can happen with something that is brand new. We talked too long before throwing down to Leah for her interview at the red carpet. So I was glad we got a practice rep in, but we needed to nail it when it counted. We're like 40 minutes before the show. Shannon is vibing. When we work together on the weekends, this is what I used to call Shannonanigans. Aerosmith is playing. Impossible for me to hear Dream On without thinking of the movie Miracle, which is the greatest sports movie ever made. I wouldn't even know how to begin answering my favorite movie of all time. Fortunately, I don't have to come up with that tonight. What's that?
Like, what's your favorite this and what's your favorite that? And you're like, dang, I really gotta think.
Talking movies is always fun, but showtime was fast approaching.
5 minutes there.
And at 7 o'clock, they hit the open, and it was go time. Welcome on in to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, the 25th annual Greater Cleveland Sports Awards. It is gonna be a big night here in Cleveland. I'm Mark Schwab alongside Shannon Smith. Leah Doherty will join us shortly from the red carpet. This is a who's who of Cleveland athletes, Shannon. It is a big night in this town, and this year we're putting it on TV.
For the first time ever, after 25 years, whether you are joining us online, if you're streaming the show online, or of course you are watching on Rock Entertainment Sports Network or the CW43, we're excited to be here. We're excited to have you here tonight because it's going to be an amazing night featuring some of, like you said, the who's who, the cream of the crop, the best here in the city of Cleveland when it comes to our sport.
That first segment went fantastic. There was timing, energy. Leah had great content. The crew was right on. Everything clicked. Huge relief, huge exhale, and at that point I knew we were cooking with gas. The segments started to just fly by, and the next thing I know, part one of our big night, the pre-show, was over. The Greater Cleveland Sports Awards begin right now. At that point, the baton was passed to the big show down at the arena floor. Shannon and I basically just kicked back for a couple of hours and watched the awards.
Welcome to the 25th Greater Cleveland Sports Awards. That night,
So this is pretty
was
cool.
getting to hand over.
Our very own Nikki Versansky was one of the presenters.
Welcome to everyone who is watching at home.
And the trophies were getting handed out. Donovan Mitchell was the Pro Athlete of the Year.
Donovan Mitchell
Well
led the
deserved.
Cavaliers with 26 points per game
Right, Shannon?
and career highs in rebounds.
Luke Chacon and Melissa Holzapfel were the Collegiate Athletes of the Year. Quinn Wojtke and Riley LeVogue were the High School Athletes of the Year. Avon football player Josiah Saunders won the freshly named Jim Donovan Courage Award for his efforts in coming back from 3 torn knee ligaments, kidney failure, and more. The Senior Athlete Award winner was Cindy Wildman, champion triathlete who has also run more than 50 marathons. The award for the best 2024 moment in Cleveland sports was the Guardians playoff run. You will get no argument out of me. There was also long-form chat with members of the 1995 Cleveland Indians. Show host Chris Rose sat down with Mike Hargrove, Charlie Nagy, and Kenny Lofton. Jim Thome joined them online. Those guys could spin yarn forever, and we would never stop listening. Cavaliers owner Dan Gilbert won the Lifetime Achievement Award. That's an absolute no-brainer. The 25th annual Greater Cleveland Sports Awards went off without a hitch, and for the first time ever, you saw it all on live television. As the show was winding down, we had to get back in position for part 2 of our night, the post-show. We all felt good about how the first one went, but you can't take things for granted, right? This was all still a bit new. Everybody still had to go do a great job again in the second show. This one was only about 25 minutes, and like part 1, it went fast and went well also. For the last segment, we even got Leah off the red carpet and in the booth with us. Great way to finish a big night. It has been a whole lot of fun with Leah Doherty, Shannon Smith, and Mark Schwab. See ya! That was a pretty good show. Shan?
I think it was perfect. Perfect? No.
Excellent.
No, it was.
So, there's word of an after party, if we can find it. Oh, there's a sign right there that says after party. There's an arrow. It's right there. So here's the situation. We were going to leave, and then we discovered...
And Schwab loves to party.
Well, there's an after party, and we're all hungry. The dilemma, she's wearing heels.
I'm a fighter. I just told you, being realistic, leveling with you, I'm on a quarter tank. So I'm not empty.
Not empty.
Quarter tank.
Quarter tank.
That's what the great ones do. You battle through, Schwab. Like all these great athletes.
That's
tonight.
right.
You battle through.
Leah Doherty will not be shut down by footwear.
Never.
At this point, it is just Leah and I. Shannon had to leave because it's after 10 o'clock, and she has to get up for work in like 4.5 hours. The after party was pretty straightforward. Booze, food, and friends. I'm such a party person, I drank water. We after partied.
We're still making it.
You had quarter of a tank
I'm
left?
walking so slow.
Leah will be parking at handicap parking if she goes anywhere tomorrow. All right, so first one of these on TV, that worked out.
I thought it was great. It was so much fun. I always I don't know, just love getting to talk to the athletes, and I think it's really cool to have high school, collegiate, professional, all under one roof. And I think we get caught up in the day-to-day in games and run and gun, and so to really have a moment, and this was the 25th year, so not only to reflect on this past year in Cleveland sports, but the past 25 years and how many incredible moments there have been here that, it was really cool.
There you go, Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, the scene tonight. The 2025 Greater Cleveland Sports Awards in the books. Hooray.
See ya.
Hey, that's my line. See ya.